Good morning and welcome to your morning breakfast bites. I am Olivia, your life empowerment mentor. This morning we are going to start with a scripture from Psalms 34:17, and it states, when the righteous cry out for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of their troubles." Again, that is from Psalms 34:17. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of their troubles. I picked that scripture today because a lot of us need to remember when life gets down, God is usually around to help us out. I think a lot of us get that sadly mistaken when we get into trouble. We start to wonder how we can ourselves get out of it. 9 times out of 10, we put ourselves into trouble and then we try to see if we can get out of it. But we forget that God hears our cries. And He may not answer the way you want Him to, but He does answer. And you have to remember those things when life gets so down and out, when you don't see straight. God is always there preparing and waiting for you to cry out to Him so that you can get on with your day. I mean, some of the things that I think we go through, we make a mountain out of a molehill. Okay? We take something that's this small and put it this big. And most of the time, God is saying, whether if small or big, I still got your back. And He has promised to never leave us and forsake us in our time of trouble. And I have to say, I am guilty of waiting to the last minute to say, God help me. I wait to the last minute to say, God help me. So when life gets you down, and for those of you all who are still struggling with your faith and on this journey as well as I am, I'm still struggling every day. I'm still trying to read and believe and get caught up on my faith and make sure that things are working for me. But when life gets you down, I just kind of want you to remember some of these things. One, it's not a problem. It's a learning opportunity. So whatever you're going through, kind of like look at it as, a teaching moment. If you ask for a promotion and it fell through, then say to yourself, you know what, but maybe God has something better for me. I do have 2 degrees. You could say, maybe that office was too small for me anyway because God wanted me to be on the other side where the big picture window is. Start taking your problems and make them a learning opportunity, because 9 times out of 10, we will turn that, oh my God, I didn't get that job. We end up getting the better job. No, and not in the way in between are you thanking God for that. So thank Him when life gets hard. Thank Him when life is good. Because 9 times out of 10, He's turning you down for a reason. 2, don't play the victim. I have done it several times. I've done it a lot of times. I'm always like, woe is me, Lord. Why is these things happening to me? I don't get it. I don't understand. And the only thing I can keep saying is, it is what it is. God knows what He's doing. He's already had a plan for you. It's just not the plan that you have for yourself. So I think we play the victim because either we're not believing in God for the plan that He has for us, or some of us just like being the victim. Some of us just have victim mentality. And if that is you, that is something you may need to be, checking with your mindset, because you're not the victim. This problem doesn't make you the victim. Accept what is. It is what it is. I had a long time of thinking about my son being in prison, and for a while here, these couple of months, I had been thinking, what could I have done differently to raise him? But I did all I could do. So it is what it is now. And you don't have to say it is what it is in this nonchalant, nasty attitude. So I'm not throwing my son away. I'm not giving up on my son. He's there. There's nothing else I can do about that. There's nothing else I can. Well, we're in 2 different states, so it's definitely nothing I can do here in South Carolina and him being in Texas. But I also have to accept what is. And this is another teaching lesson in both of our lives and we have to learn from it. I think that we both have learned that it only takes one time to get in trouble, and it can mess you up for the rest of your life. So we are, I'm teaching him now to turn this into a teachable moment, something that he can teach his son, because he now knows what it feels like to be a parent. And he understands now, when I was doing all that fussing before, it takes one time. Last but not least, just don't worry about what the hell other people think about you or your situation, your problem. It's not their problem. Most people shun you when they have problems and their lives are good. So they see you with a problem. They don't want to be around you when you have the problem because, oh my God, your bad, negative way is going to rub off on me, because they're riding high on their horses and they're doing good and they don't need you. They don't want to be in the midst of being your friend when you have the problem. But don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what other people think about your problem. 9 times out of 10, they can't fix it anyway. And they haven't fixed their own stuff. Better yet, to be trying to help you. But when they start to shun you because you have a problem and you're going through things in life and God is using you and putting you through things that you know that you're going to come out on the end of, let them go. Don't worry about what they're thinking. When life gets you down, stay down and pray. That's it. When life gets you down, stay down and pray. These are things I had to learn the hard way. These are things that I'm still learning. I'm not coming to you, preachy because I have all the knowledge. No, I don't. I'm still learning as I'm teaching. And I like that I am learning with you all. If I'm helping you all, I like that I'm learning as well. Because my troubles have been a teachable moment for me. And I don't like playing the victim. I am not a victim. I am an overcomer. I'm an overachiever. And this too shall pass. That's another one. You put that one in your books too. This too shall pass. I've gotten through so many things. I'm at the point now where I kind of start looking at things like, well, what's life throwing at me now? And then I go back and think about what life threw at me before, and was I able to get over that? And I was able to get over that as well. So again, when life gets you down, stay down and pray. Remember, God will not forsake you nor leave you in that situation. Your problem is small compared to what God has in store for you. And for me, I'm learning that the hard way. But I'm learning, okay? Like I said, this is a journey. This is a journey for all of us. I am learning as I am teaching. And I'm also learning to be able to believe and know that this too shall pass. So again, when life gets you down, see your problem as an opportunity. It's a teachable lesson. Remember, you're not a victim. You don't need the sob stories. You don't need to go tell nobody your story. You need to keep your story to yourself and God. That's the only person you need to tell. That's the only person you need to tell. Because you don't need unsolicited advice. You don't need anybody else intervening on your behalf. God got that. Okay? So you don't need everybody else. Except what is. It is what it is. If it's not killing you, it is what it is. And last but not least, stop worrying about what people are going to say about your problem, what they think of you, because you have that problem. Because your problem is different from that person who is shunning you. I can bet you, whatever your problem is, they have something just different. They're just not talking about it. So don't go around your office or in your family or your friends thinking that you're the only one with the problem. Because I'm telling you, we all sin differently and we all have different problems. So don't worry about what somebody else is saying or doing, because they're not going to tell you what's going on with them anyway. So again, put this on your little stick-it notes in your office. Put this on your phone. When life gets you down, stay down and pray. And that is your breakfast bites this morning.